Hey, this is Robin Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks, and today we're going to read Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Anjai and Guy Parker Reese. So let's find out why giraffes can't dance, supposedly. I'd be interested to find out the reason. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. They do look kind of slight there, don't they? He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Down he goes, you see that? It's not very graceful, I can relate. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. And look how apprehensive he is. Look how anxious he is. All the other animals are so excited. He's a little nervous, I think. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. Seems bold to me, too. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Glad Meerkat certainly seems pleased. It's a tough critic right there. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey look, that clumsy Gerald!" The animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool! Oh, Gerald, you're so weird!" So weird. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "Oh, you're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad before. So sad, all alone. Oh, and look at them. They formed a conga line. The nerve of those guys to form a conga line. Oh, Gerald's feeling like that. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Seems like sound advice to me. "Oh, listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." I like that. That's sage advice right there. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles in the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail swishing around. Look at him finding his groove. Gerald's got his groove back. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. And then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Look how high he is. He's up by the moon. The moon! Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Look how happy that guy is. Sheer euphoria. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen!" He's pretty good. I mean, that guy's straight John Travolta right there in Saturday Night Fever. My gosh. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We can all dance," he said. "When we find music, that we love. And look how proud of himself he is. And you know what? I bet Gerald was on that dance floor every year after that. Well, that was a great story. I think there's a little bit of Gerald in all of us. Stay safe out there, guys. And when you dance, think of Gerald.